wondering that myself. That's a great question. I've been wondering that myself. That's a great question. I've been wondering that myself.
There was no, what are you talking about? Of all the men that the Germans brought into Samoa, and we're not talking about just Chinese, we're talking about Melanesian, okay? People from Solomon Islands, Papua New Guinea. They were all brought here in Samoa. Now here's the thing which you do not understand. Unlike Fiji, which I'm going to do a series on Fiji, because I see that there are some Fijians on here, that the more I study, the more I realize a lot of the Chinese, a lot of the Germans, a lot of the Melanesians, they wanted to marry Samoan women. That's what I'm starting to realize. And the English and the Germans actually did made up some lies, some BS, just like you, and made Samoan women Aryan in order to make sure that these Chinese and these Melanesian people could not marry within Samoan culture. So you said to Samoa after colonizing it. Yeah, okay, okay, and if you know biology, then you should know about the dominant the male gene is, and it was never mentioned that black people were on the island, and yet we have melanin that's been wiped out and erased as years pass by. The Samoans, okay, see here I can tell straight away, because you use this word melanated. Samoans, I know most Samoans do not use that, so I can tell straight away you are an African American, right? Trying to make up this lie to me that we have been wiped out. This is why I'm doing history and I'm showing you right now. If that was the case, I want you to post to me and you tell me exactly what the early Europeans, how did they see Samoan? Go ahead. And I'll show you. This is why I pointed out in some of my videos how the Europeans would judge people by their skin. That's why I said go study, mate. If they considered Samoans ugly, inferior, guess what? They would have said we were black. You go ahead and try and find me anywhere within the Samoan history where the Europeans, anytime, time of the Germans, the early Europeans like Captain Cook, the French, the Russians who came into Samoa, you go and show me anywhere within Samoan history that they ever once called Samoans Negrito, Negro or black. And you come here and you keep saying that they whitened out. And you don't even understand that I've even done a video over here showing to you that white skin was very important to not just Samoans, it was important to all Polynesians, to Tongans. White skin was a sign of virginity. It was very important within Samoan culture to make sure that the women were as light as possible. Now, you say the Samoans were melanated and now they are all Chinese. You're laughing your ass out. So, when you say this, there's only two cultures that I know that would do that. Not Samoan. You're not Samoan. You're a Chinese. You're a Fijian, or you are an African American, and you're upset about my video and what I'm trying to do. And here's the question I ask you, lone oxman, right? Am I being a proud Samoan? Am I here ever trying to claim the Chinese, Southeast Asians, or Europeans, or Melanesians? You tell me that. Am I like African Americans and Fijians who always try to find some sort of link to Asia or some sort of link to Polynesia? Am I doing that? Am I showing you in my videos any link to Melanesia? Zero. Not once. And I've always said in my videos, I do not look at my ancestors from China or Asia. Never will you find that in my videos. But I will say this. Either we Samoans came from Samoans, or the only race in this world that can claim Polynesia, or the ancestors of Polynesia, are just the Americans, South Americans. And I base that on beauty standards. And I'm not saying that in a negative way towards Melanesians or to the Chinese or Asians. But for me, whoever this race is, they have to be tall. They have to have long, not straight hair, but wavy hair. They have to have features which look very Easter Islander, not European, Easter Island, long face. If there is a feature, like if you go look at the pictures I show you of the Polynesian Samoan people, you see how a lot of the men have very large chins. That is a feature that, if you read a lot of Europeans, is why they've considered a lot of Polynesians cascoid. Because they always judge, they didn't really judge your features, they were judging your skull, the shape of your skull. So, please, go educate yourself. Come back and try to debunk this video that I made. If not, then shut up and just let me educate you. Okay? That's all my message. If you don't like my message, just dislike it. I don't care. Unsubscribe. Do whatever. Don't matter to me. Because for me, my whole intention of making these videos is just to let as many black people out there know that this you mess with my culture, I'm gonna make sure that there's gonna be thousands. Gonna make 1,000 videos out there. Just try put videos out there. We are never going to be black, never going to be Blasian. We're never ever going to embrace Taiwan. That's it. That's my whole message, my whole video making this. And yeah, boils my blood when I'm saying it. But that's all I'm gonna say.